welcome into Jefferson High School for today's match between Rose City and Rose City West and Saints Academy. I'm Jack McArthur, play-by-play commentator, alongside Jimmy Clarke. Jimmy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be here. It's going to be a fun game.
We got a chance to talk to both coaches pregame, and I wanted to let you guys know this is the first match of the season for both clubs in the UPSL Semi-Pro Soccer League, United Premier Soccer League here, and it was founded in 2011, 14 years ago. And this is the inaugural season for the Saints Academy, and it's the third season for Rose City West. So both of these two clubs really young in their history, and they're just both these teams are on the come up right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be what's going to be interesting tonight, which is I'm looking forward to seeing. You've got a team that wants to play more of a aggressive approach, closing down, and you've got another team that wants to attack and score goals quickly. So I think you might see some fun things out of this tonight.
Right, and for Saints Academy, they are going to be wearing the blue jerseys, and for Rose City West, they're representing those pink uniforms there, and they have possession right now. And Rose City West will be going from our right to our left, and on the other hand, for Saints Academy, they will be going from our right to our left. So yeah, Saints Academy right to left, and Rose City West left to right. Here comes an attack for Saints Academy on the near sideline. Cuts it back, try to cross it inside, and now Rose City retained possession. Tried to clear it out, and it will be a goal kick. Yeah, we got a chance to speak to both coaches pregame. For the head coach for Saints Academy, Greg Martin, he's been coaching for a while, and for Rose City West, we spoke to Chris Mejia, who's actually the director of player personnel for UPSL, but the head coach is Carlos Hernandez for Rose City. Rose City trying to build the attack now, plays it central. Nice ball, laid it off, unable to control it, however, and now the Saints take over. And keeper picks it up with ease. Lays it off. Played it forward. All the way back now. Yeah, as you mentioned, Jimmy, head coach Greg Martin for the Saints, he likes to play it out through the back and on the wide, and he really had a strong reiteration of counter-pressing and focusing on possession. His team likes to keep the ball a lot.
Yeah, but if you notice already in this game, when Rose City West has the ball, they're closing down pretty quickly. So even in their own half, you see them putting high pressure on them, and that's where they're going to win, and that's where their offense is going to come from, is let them play the ball, and then what they're doing is Saints are pushing in quickly, winning that ball, and then that's where they're going to get their offensive out of it.
That's right, yeah. Head coach Greg Martin mentioned that the keys to the game include being first to the ball on closeouts, getting up in the opposition's space. And for Chris Mejia, who, as I mentioned, is the conference manager for UPSL in Oregon, but he's interconnected with the team, he mentioned that they had a scrimmage before against Deportivo prior to this opening game of the season, but they were a core group. They played together last spring, and he likes the fact that they have some local players, so that's really important in his opinion.
Yeah, what's interesting, and he did say also, too, they're still getting used to each other. They've only had one practice. This is their first game. So they've got to get used to each other and how to play off of each other. Even though they're playing at competitive college teams, they're coming together today to see how they can play off of each other. They know each other, but they haven't played together enough to make a big difference. So we'll see how they'll do and finding their way through the game.
Right, I'm interested to see how this one's going to play out. And for, as I mentioned previously, for Chris Mejia, they also mentioned that they have an offensive style of play. And as you see right here, nice ball forwards. Tried to kick it up. It's deflected off of the Saints last, and it's going to stay in play barely. And referee blows his whistle. It will be a throw for Rose City in those pink jerseys.
Yeah, and that's where Rose City West is going to try and find their game. They want to try and score early, so they're going to attack early and trying to get the ball over the top. I think that will make a bit of a difference to put the Saints on their heels, but we'll see what happens.
Right, and here comes the counter for the Saints. Big opportunity. Tried to go central, interjected, goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw for the Saints. And for Rose City, we should be looking out for Connor Kong, who's the top scorer at George Fox University currently, and Josh Chang, who scored a hat trick in the U19 quarterfinals for Santos, who Chris Mejia used to coach for, interestingly enough. Here come Rose City. Lays it off.
Yeah, this is where Rose City's got to try and play wing to wing, wide to wide, to open it out. Otherwise, the Saints are going to keep putting pressure on them and closing them into the corners, and that's where they'll win the ball. So Rose City's got their game. They're going to have a hard game today if they don't keep spreading the ball and keep the ball moving.
Right, they have to just retain possession currently. Oh, that's a close one. Keeper gets shoved there, and it's going to be an automatic free kick for Rose City. And that time it was Noah Engel who got shoved there, who's the starting keeper for Rose City West. And on Saints Academy on the other side, touting those blue jerseys, their starting keeper for the first half will be Joey Roper, who played at PCC. And their second half goalie will be Jacob Reibel, who's a graduate from Warner Pacific University. So lots of talent among these teams, Jimmy. A lot of experience from all these players combined. It's a culmination of experience and diversity here.
Yeah, they've had, obviously, I wouldn't say huge experience, right? Because they're still young players, they're in college, but they've had enough experience to be able to figure out when they're, not playing together, to come into a first game and be able to play as a unit.
Collectively, yeah, absolutely. And now it's Rose City trying to get the attack going. All the way on that far sideline. Going central now. Try to play it forward. Pinballs around. Still in play. And it's going to be off of Rose City last. It will be Saints possession. A throw from Everett. Flicks it back. And now in the center, it's Fuchs who plays it all the way back to Sybil. Just retaining possession right now are the Saints, playing the ball along the back line. Now they're trying to build something up, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see them starting to find their rhythm. Both teams, actually. It's good to start seeing them not trying to knock it back. Find confidence in going forward. That will make the game more interesting. Otherwise, this is just going to be a possession game in the middle.
Absolutely, yeah. You really have to build up your attack, whichever way you choose. But as we spoke to head coach Martin, who's the head coach of the Saints Academy, he mentioned how they would like to build up through the back and play alongside the outside. Lethal opportunity, tried to flick it in, and it's just wide left. And that's going to be the first big opportunity of the evening. Unable to capitalize that time, and that time the Saints, they caught a big break.
Yeah, they did, and it was a really good. It was a late run. It was a great ball over the top, but it was a late run that came through. It was a great flick. It's unfortunate that didn't go in.
Yeah, big opportunity there, and now it will be Rose City on the attack. Nice through ball. See if he's on here. Big opportunity. Can he get a shot off? Oh, and it's a storming challenge there. But he got all ball first, so it'll be a throw-in for Saints Academy, and that could have been a goal if he had ripped it earlier.
Yeah, he actually had an amazing good first touch, right? His first touch got him down. That's when he should have shot right from there, but then he took one extra touch, and that just shows me that he just doesn't have a mentality of a goal scorer, because it will be one-touch shot, unfortunately. But he'll have plenty of opportunities.
Right, that time it was Nico Lamonto there on the attack. Another big chance. Ball hit the ground first, had some spin to it, and now an interjection, rips it from distance, and it's just wide right, and it will be a goal kick for Saints Academy. Both teams taking shots, but they're just not fully on cue. They're on point.
Yeah, they're still. The good news is it's early in the game, and they're both getting chances. That to me, from a spectator standpoint, makes the game a little bit more exciting, because there's opportunities that could be created.
Right, there's been plenty of challenges from both sides, but neither side able to find that breakthrough. So far, we're still 0-0 here early in this one. you're just joining us, you're watching Oregon Sports Beat. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Jimmy Clarke here at Jefferson High School. Nice ball inside, and referee blows his whistle. It will be a set piece for Rose City, a costly foul outside of the box.
Yeah, it did. Again, these are the runs that I think will make a difference for Rose City West. Right. These runs around the outside. And I like the ideas when we talked to the coach earlier, are you offensive minded, defensive minded? And he said, we're offensive minded. And you're actually seeing that earlier on here in the game. And they said, I want to try and get a goal early. Right. So they've had opportunities, and they're going to keep pushing as much as they can against the Saints. And I think that's where the opportunities will start to come for them. They've just got to put them away.
Yeah, both teams have had plenty of chances, but just unable to score so far. Interested to see if Rose City can break through first. And both of these teams, it's the first season of their UST. Oh, and it's just wide rights. It's the first game of their UPSL season. And that one is a nice shot, but he just didn't get his head over the ball.
Yeah, you got to go for the. I think that was between a cross and a shot, and
he wasn't decisive enough.
Yeah, it wasn't decisive. You got to make a decision. I'm going for a shot. I'm going to cross it.
It was a shot cross, if you will. So yeah, I agree. You have to be definitely decisive in a spot like that from about 17, 18 yards out. You either have to rip it there or just go for the cross.
Yep.
Can't be in between. Rose City with a deep throw, and now it's the Saints with possession. Going central now, entering the attacking third are the Saints. Nice continuous possession, lays it off. Tried to cross it in, deflected out by Rose City, and now Rose City on a counter, trying to get something going offensively, moving quite quickly, and now they lose track of it and get it right back. Well, the band is certainly making their presence now. We're unsure if it's actually for Rose City or for Saints, but nevertheless, showing some support for one of the sides. As it goes out of bounds, it'll be a throw for the Saints on that far sideline. And he plays it to Jones all the way back. Now they're trying to build something up. Back towards Jones again. Nice ball forward. It was a little bit too strong of a lofted pass there, and it goes out of play, and Rose City catch another break. Get it back.
It was a good view, actually. It was a good pass, and unfortunately just too heavy. If he just floated it in a little bit better, he was open, which was great.
Right. Definitely the chance was there. He just wasn't unable to keep possession of the ball, and it was too strong of a pass.
It's interesting when you look at the field, it's very narrow, which makes it very difficult to play around the outside. If you notice, most of the defense are able to control that defensive box pretty quickly on both ends. So I wish it's going to be tight. It's going to be hard to play around the outside consistently. It's not enough space.
Right. Now Rose City with the ball. Toe pokes it out, and it'll be a throw for Saints Academy here. Nice throw in. Pinballed around, looked like a handball. Saints wanted a handball, certainly. Not going to get the call they wanted, however, and it will be Rose City with possession. And their own defensive third, passing the ball alongside the back line. All the way on towards this near sideline now. Tried to play it up and headed it back to the keeper, and he picks it up. There he is, Joey Roper, with an easy save. All the way back. Played it up, and not enough decisiveness on that reception. And that time, it will be a foul committed by Saints Academy The guilty party is Tyler Everett. So it'll be Rose City possession here. All the way past that halfway line. Nice ball central. Good idea, just too strong. Roper lays it off. And now the Saints have a turn to try to get something going offensively. Scuffle forward in the middle. All the way back. Tried to go for the give and go instead. That time it's Yusuf Hanna all the way back to a sea of blue, and now there's an opening. And Saints get it back.
You know, and that was my point earlier on, is that it's easy for the defense to stay centered, and it's hard to get through them. And really the opportunity is around the outside, and it's a narrow field. So they've got to really think about either having their big man stand up the front so they can play off of him, versus these running through balls, because it's easy for the defense to pick off because it's so narrow field.
Yeah, on that last play, Rose City was playing central, but the issue was that the Saints, they had just a clump of blue bodies and blue shirts there, and they read it like a book because they were just, you know, they kind of summon and surround themselves around that player that's trying to play it out on the outside. So I agree, they need to just play it down the wings and on the outside more, instead of just trying to play it so central.
Well, that's where both teams will get their opportunities for sure, around the outside. But, you know, each team's got to put a forward, and they've got to have them up and be a postman.
Right.
Because the field's just too narrow.
Nice flick forwards. Big opportunity for Rose City. Try to cross it central, and it's deflected off of the Saints last. So it will be a throw for Rose City West. Rose City West, originally from Forest Grove, Oregon, Saints Academy from Portland. These two clubs are 2 of 9 teams in the Oregon division in the UPSL, and it's a rapidly growing soccer league. It's 4th-tier pro soccer, and additionally, there's 30 different divisions and over 400 different clubs. It's just a growing league, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's great to see that. I mean, I remember the days when I was playing through the system here, they didn't have that many opportunities for us. It was either we had to go straight from college to pro, or not play at all, or just to the men's leagues and stuff. So this is great for these kids to have these opportunities.
Certainly, there's plenty of developmental opportunities for young athletes in America, and additionally, the UPSL was founded in 2011 in Santa Ana, California by Leonel Lopez, who's the club or the league president. And as I mentioned, there's 400 different clubs, over 400 different clubs, 30 unique divisions. And on top of that, the UPSL, they've been around for 14 years now, so it's definitely a growing league. Here comes a throw for the Saints, trying to get something going offensively, flicking it around now. Nice trap. What a layoff that time. Rose City retained possession. Can he play him through? He does so. Pinballs around once again, and a quick clearance from the Saints, and it'll be a throw for Rose City. Yeah, the UPSL spans over 42 different states in America, and on top of that, the 9 teams in the Oregon division of the UPSL are Beaverton FC, Cascada United, St. John's FC, Rip City FC, Saints Academy, Rose City West, Westside Metros FC, Salem Panthers, and Deportivo Rose City. And it is the initial and inaugural season for the Saints Academy, while, as I mentioned, Rose City West, it's their 3rd season officially. So both of these 2 clubs are really just young in their careers I mean, these players, as you mentioned, they have plenty of experience, but they're definitely, you know, they're new to the UPSL for sure.
Yeah, and they're both just, I mean, this is their first game.
Right.
And some of these players have really not even played together or trained together enough yet to really, you know, make an impact.
Yeah, they're trying to build up that team chemistry and play as a collective unit. It'll be a throw for Saints Academy. This time it's Musa Jota to throw it in. Interjects a little shove there, And it'll be a free kick, a foul against the Saints. And this time it's Rose City to take it. Nice ball on this near sideline. And he can't keep it in bounds, so it'll be a goal kick for Joey Roper, the keeper for the Saints. And that purple jersey. Plays it forwards. Trapped by Rose City. Going up now. And it's deflected off of the Saints last. So a throw for Rose City once again near half field. Still scoreless here at Jefferson High School in this UPSL match between Saints Academy and Rose City West. Both teams looking for that breakthrough goal. Headed out by Jota. Nice layoff on this near sideline. Tried to cut it back, and it will be a corner kick. First of the evening for either side. Massive opportunity for Rose City West to get on the score sheet early in this match, Jimmy.
Yeah, let's just see how they set up and
laces it in on the reception. Still a scramble for it in the box, and it is pinballs out once again. And Rose City, they're lucky. They wind up with it there, so they get the ball right back.
Yeah, it was a good cross actually.
Really good cross.
And unfortunately, they weren't aggressive enough to die in the box. That's where you get that killer instinct. And I've noticed that with a lot of these teams coming through at this level is there's not a killer instinct in the box.
Right.
And to die for the ball, right? To get your head on it or
be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think aggressiveness is really key in soccer because you have to be decisive, and especially on a set piece like that with the corner, you have to really just jump up and go for that header. Double team coming from the Saints. Rose City hit the deck, and referee calls the foul. Saints the guilty party that time. All the way back to the keeper, Noah Engel. Noah Engel, he is a high schooler at Sherwood. As Mejia mentioned, he's really good with saves, and he's going to make sure he works with the defense collectively because he's newer to this squad, Jimmy.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a widespread amount of talent here. Some of these players, seniors at Forest Grove, Pacific, and then you got guys like Noah Engel, who's a senior at Sherwood, just 18 years of age. Here come Rose City once again. This time it's Quincy Walker. Plays it up. Nice idea forwards. It's a foot race forward, and the keeper has it. Roper's got it. Lays it off.
Yeah, I feel like that's where their opportunity is going to come from in this game. These like little late darting runs, and it's just got to put a little bit more quality on their passing going forward.
Right.
But they look dangerous.
Yeah, Rose City West, they've had plenty of opportunities, just either team unable to find that breakthrough. This time it's Jones, plays it all the way back. Saints Academy trying to build the attack. Nice ball just outside of the box, rips from distance, and it's over the bar. Good idea, but didn't really get enough finesse on that one. It was more just power.
Yeah, and it was good. See, I mean, and how they got the ball was they put a lot of pressure on it, got the ball, and then found the space, took advantage of it, and got the shot. The shot was just not a good shot. He's got to keep that low, and he's got to go for the far post.
Right. Yeah, because the keeper, Engel, he was way on that right side. He could have just went for the corner. But instead, he just overshot it with too much power. And now it's Rose City with the counter. Played it through. Nice trap into shove outside of the box. No foul called. And now the Saints trying to counter again relatively quickly. And the referee is going to make a call here. I'm interested to see what it is. Looks like a throw-in for Rose City. He blows his whistle again. Rose City with a throw. Nice trap. Flicks it back now. Passing it around, trying to play as a collective team. Good pressure from the Saints. All the way on this near sideline. Flicks it central, a turnover. And now the Saints have a big chance. Burst of speed here. Broken up by Rose City. Alongside the back line this time is Walker. And now Rose City just trying to hold on to the ball right now, Jimmy. It looks like they're just trying to keep possession.
Well, there's just a bit of a rhythm in the game right now that they're just trying to slow it down and try and keep possession on it. But, you know, you're seeing the Saints trying to put pressure on it and get that ball back, which here they go. There they go.
Here come the Saints once again. Laces the ball central. Huge opportunity. Crosses it in, and it's cleared out of harm's way by Rose City, but just as far as the 22-yard line, and it'll be a throw for the Saints once again. They get it back. This time it's Musa Jata who has it. Plays it all the way back to Hernandez, who's looking to switch the pitch now. Switching the field, if you will. And now the Saints trying to have a dynamic attack. There he is once again. That time it was Everett. All the way back to Sebastian Hernandez. There comes Hernandez. Strategically going up, and now it's Jata. He's got some footwork. Blows by a defender. He's going central. Plays it off once again. Big opportunity. Tried to carve through the defense. Tried to go for the give and go. That time unable to do so. Goes central. And they turn the ball over. Rose City get it back. Here they come. All the way forward, and he can't trap it. He had two defenders right in front of him nevertheless, but unable to hold on and have possession of the ball that time. He lost it. Solid defense from Rose City. They head it forward. The Saints bring the double, and now it's Walker once again. Here come Rose City. Turn the ball over. Saints with an opportunity. Out dribbling the defense now. Cuts it back. Tried to go through a couple defenders, hits the deck, and referee says no foul. We play on.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul. I mean, it was just a little bit of pressure, that's all, and I think he took a bit of a dive to see if he can get the attention of the referee, but that was not a foul.
Yeah, I mean, it's common in soccer, in a lot of sports, but especially in soccer to see diving transpire. It's just so common nowadays where, you know, it's a little bit of a shove, a tiny shove, and then the player just hits the deck. It says, "Oh, come on, ref," you know, flailing on his arms.
Yeah, I think the way they've managed the game has ruined it
Right.
from that perspective.
Right.
You know, they don't let players really get in and tackle hard, and so it's become this really kind of flamboyant. And you know, I want to get a penalty because they just give too many. You know, the whistle blows way too often. And where I grew up with the game, it was like, you know, you've got to be strong. Yeah, it wasn't soft at all.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think that the way that professional leagues at least are officiated, it's much different than it used to be, you know. And now it's the Saints with a massive opportunity. This could be dangerous, and it's flicked out by Rose City, trying to build up the attack once again. Pretty good pressure from the Saints, however. We're still scoreless. In the 30th minute. And now it's the Saints. Big opportunity. Nice layoff. Huge chance. Oh, a diving challenge, and he got the ball first that time. A clean challenge. All the way back to Walker, who plays it to the keeper, Engel, who just clears it. And now Jata's got a header. Now it's just pinballing around. 3 headers in a row, make it 4. And now it's cleared by Rose City. A little flick of the ball, juggling it now. Lost possession of it quickly, and now the Saints trying to build it back.
Yeah, you're starting to see now the Saints kind of find their rhythm as well, so hopefully they'll make this into an interesting game.
Lays it off again on this near sideline. Plays him through, looks like he's on. Big opportunity, shoots it. Oh, the follow-up, he just skied it that time. He's going to wish he had that one back, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's going to wish he had that one back. That was a great opportunity, and it was a really good shot because it was a narrow area. It would have been nice if he kept it really low and shot to the far post, but nonetheless, keeper did well to save it, and that was a good opportunity that should have put them 1-0 up.
Thank you.
Without a doubt, it definitely should have put them 1-0 up. It was a solid shot in the second chance effort. The reception that time, he was just 6 feet away, and he just skied it. Well, was unable to get a nice shot on frame. But here come Rose City once again, trying to redeem themselves. Crosses it inside, and referee says offside first. So it'll be a free kick for Saints Academy. What stood out to you most in this first half, Jimmy?
Well, I think I've liked to see what Rose City West has done in terms of trying to go forward. They've tried to attack. I think the Saints done a pretty decent job of defending. It's been also nice to see the Saints. They're playing their game, right? The coach said we're going to put a lot of pressure on them, and when we win the ball, that's where we're attacking. You've seen that happen. So their game is playing out the way the coach wants it to be played. And also, too, same thing for Rose City West. They're pushing up. They're getting forward. They're trying to get shots off. They want to try and get a goal early. So both teams are playing to what their coach has asked them to do, which is to me has been great to see. That coaching aligns with what the players are doing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that it's really important, especially in semi-professional sports where these players are, a lot younger than guys in the MLS per se, where you have good relationships between the players and the coaches. That's really key. So that you can trust your coach, and for the case of the Saints Academy, they like building it up from the back, and for Rose City, it looks like they're really an offensive-minded team, and they just like to have these through balls and break out. And here come the Saints with a set piece. Delivers it central. Oh, what a save. Save of the night so far. And that was deflected off of the right foot of Noah Engel with the outstretched legs of Engel.
Well, they're saying it's a goal.
They're saying it's a goal.
They're thinking it probably came off his foot and went in the goal. That's kind of.
I think that they're saying it went through the nets, actually, which is interesting because I thought that it went wide from my angle. I thought that it was wide, but we're about to find out. The referees are talking it over right now, so it's TBD. And the referee, he said
no goal.
He said no goal. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kick instead, no goal, and the Saints, they can't believe it. From my perception, Jimmy, I thought that it was a nice ball in, a really good kick, and I thought that Engel got his foot out and deflected it, and I thought that it went out for a corner.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, that's what it looked like from this angle as well.
Okay, interested to see, and the referee's trying to bring the players back in now. He's trying to talk it over and let them know what happened, but from my angle, I didn't see a goal either. So it should be a corner for Saints, but it's TBD. To be determined what the call is this time. And they're going to call it a goal kick, so
it must have been a foul. Maybe it was a foul, or
could have been offensive foul.
Mm-hmm.
So we play on, still 0-0. Yeah, I thought that it went off Engel's foot last, and I thought that it was going to be a corner, but Rose City West get a goal kick out of that. Well, that was dramatic. Still 0-0. No goals on the stat sheet yet. Now it's Rose City West playing it out the back. Now they like to go forwards, headed by the Saints. Nice ball down the line, but it was too strong. Goes out of bounds. Rose City to take the throw with just about 12 minutes or so left in this first half. 33rd minute. If you're just joining us, you're watching Oregon Sports Beat. UPSL, United Premier Soccer League action between Saints Academy and Rose City West. I'm Jack McArthur alongside my color analyst, Jimmy Clarke. Thank you for joining us. On this Saturday evening, it was a lot warmer earlier. Starting to cool down a little bit, and that time it's offside. So it'll be a free kick for Rose City. The weather's been better, though, recently. Rose City FC to take it. They elect to go short. Nice reception of the ball here on this near sideline. Saints bring the pressure again. And it's going to be a foul against Rose City that time. Reese Jones got fouled. Jones plays it off for Jota. And Jota's going to play it all the way back to Hernandez, who finds the keeper, Roper. Tried to play it through, intercepted by Rose City once again, pinballing around. It's a fight for it just inside the attacking third. Here come the Saints. Try to cross it in, and it'll be the first corner of the evening for the Saints. Second one we've seen, Jimmy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these guys do with it and what kind of format that they set up for.
We haven't seen a ton of set pieces outside of the box or corners. Most teams just retaining possession, really. A driven ball inside, and it is headed out. Still up for grabs, though, and now the Saints have it on this far sideline. Try to cross it in, and it goes out of bounds for back-to-back corners for the Saints in those blue jerseys.
Well, you can see both teams now have had a corner kick, and you can tell that they haven't played together because there's really no real set piece set up or a formation set up for it. They're looking at the big fellas, cross it in, hopefully they'll get in front of them.
Right. Yeah, why not just play it to a center back and just try to get him to head the ball in. Oh, nice shot in the box now, deflected out just as far as the Saints. A scramble for it. It's a foot race near the 40. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Saints. Jota to take this throw, plays it all the way back on that 30-yard line to Reese Jones, who's looking to switch, kind of spilled it a little bit. All the way back to the keeper who traps it. It's lethal, and he just had to clear that ball up. Almost got it deflected and tipped. And now it's a foot race for it once again. No foul called, and referee, he is going to give the foul there. That time it was against the blue jerseys, which is Saints Academy. So another set piece. Could rip from distance here. Jimmy, what do you think?
I just, it's a little far out to rip it. Again, I've not seen this player see even has the capabilities of doing it. But what I would do is I would just line my players up here. I would bend it in and give them an opportunity to get a shot in.
Looks like a lofted cross, heads it towards the back post, and it's cleared out by Rose City. Yeah, you called it that time. It was from about 30 yards out or so. That time he tried to go for the lofted, the bent ball inside towards the back post, and it was a good header. They just didn't have anyone else in the box to assist them.
Yeah, see, that's where I would have let him play it off, go to the back, let him put it, and then I would have left my forwards. I would have left them on the edge of the box and then attacked, versus them all moving in, because it was hard for them to get that second ball.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good take. The other players on Rose City, the supporting players, they were way outside of the box, and they weren't set there, and they weren't in a good enough position to be able to receive that header on that last play. And it will be a throw-in for the Saints. Still scoreless in this first half between Saints Academy and Rose City West. in each team's opening game of the 2025 UPSL season. Exciting stuff here in Portland, Oregon. It will be another free kick for Rose City West, trying to get something going in this first half before halftime. Absolutely hounded, but now he's out dribbling them. So like kicks it out of bounds, and it will be the Saints to throw momentarily. Throws it central, carved out by Rose City West. Can they build on the attack? Here they come. Jota with a nice interjection clears it out. It'll be a throw for Rose City once again. Ball went all the way back there. It'll be a throw for Rose City West. Solid throw. Tried to trap it. Retains possession. Goes central now. Looking to switch. All the way on the far sideline near the 30-yard line. Keeps possession of the ball. Goes out of bounds. A rapid throw from Rose City. Tried to flick it to a teammate, and now it's interjected by the Saints once again. That time they were fouled. And now it's Jota with it on this near sideline. Cuts it back and plays it all the way back to the keeper, Roper. Joey Roper back to Musa Jota. Nice idea there. And referee didn't call it that time. Rose City on the attack. They get it right back. Keeps it in play right to Jota now. And he loses control of it. Big chance going central now. Huge opportunity. Rips it from distance and it's deflected. And now the Saints are trying to build it up with a lethal, potentially lethal counter. Huge chance for the Saints. Can they find a man through? On this far sideline, he left it. A collision, no foul called, and it will be a goal kick for Rose City that time. Engel with the kick. Now the Saints get it back. All the way on this far sideline. Saints just retaining possession of the ball. What do you think the Saints need to do to find that breakthrough?
Well, I think they've got
for either team.
Yeah, I think for the Saints, they've just got to continue doing what they're doing, right? Closing down, getting opportunities when they can, counter attacks, because I think that's where they're going to get their opportunities from that. And I think the same thing for Rose City. They've just got to stay focused on getting around the back, getting out wide, getting down, and getting crosses in, and getting organized in the midfield. Kevin, late, their midfield players need to come in a little late so they get those cutbacks for the shots. But both teams are actually, this is quite an even game, and I think that they both had counter opportunities. They both had good possession. I think Rose City a little bit more than Saints, but nonetheless, they've both been back and forth. So overall, I think it's a balanced game.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the 0-0 current scoreline does both teams justice, as both teams have had numerous opportunities, including that huge chance from the Saints where we thought it deflected off of Engel, and instead it was just a really close miss. And there's a couple other set pieces that Rose City had they weren't unable to capitalize on. But I agree, both teams really just trying to lock in and make sure that their alignment is right and playing through the outside. But yeah, for Rose City especially, I think that they just need to have more supporting players for that forward player.
Yeah, I do. And I think that where where Rose City will win is going around the outside and trying to force, instead of trying to force it down the middle or get something from a set play.
Right.
I think what's going to happen for the Saints, for them, I think what they're going to do is they're going to pick up on a mistake and then get through and then get a shot off, maybe get a goal from that perspective, because I don't see anything dangerous enough for them to make a magical difference.
Right. Hernandez plays it forward. Big opportunity for the Saints. And that time, Fuchs played all the way on the outside, on the far sideline now. Flicks it central. Nice pressure from Rose City, and they get the ball back, trying to counter. Nice cutback. Flicks it through 2 defenders. And now it's Rose City looking to switch the pitch once again. Going central. Oh, a sliding challenge. Hard tackle. And that time, the guilty party is Reese Jones, the defender for Saints Academy. And that time, the injured player, Yusuf Hanna, slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay. Yusuf Hanna still limping a little bit. It's a pretty strong challenge that time. Lucky he didn't get a yellow card, in my opinion. I thought it was a pretty strong foul. Could have went either way. Probably just a warning, though, for now. Loses his footing. Rose City with possession. Nice turnaround. Blows by a defender. Crosses it inside. A lethal strike. Just wide left. When it hits the ground, that's when it's dangerous. And that time he flicked it down, and it just bounced 1 foot to the left outside of that post. So that time, they caught a big break.
Yeah, it was a good play down the left-hand side. Great way to create some opportunity. Good cross. And unfortunately, he just couldn't get his foot wrapped around that enough to get that on target.
Right, he tried to go for the bounce, and that's going to do it for the first half. 0-0 after 45. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Jimmy Clarke. You've been watching Oregon Sports Beat. Plenty more soccer, NPSL, UPSL action to come. Jimmy, your first half thoughts?
I think, as I said earlier, I think what I've liked to have seen here is very balanced game. I think Rose City's had more opportunities, but the Saints have had some opportunities too. And I think both teams have had good possession. Yeah, I think overall a pretty decent first half. I would like to see both teams be more aggressive and be a little bit more strategic around the goal and get more shots off. But other than that, I think it's been a pretty balanced first half.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's been a pretty balanced first half. I think that if both teams really just tone up the aggressiveness, then they should have more opportunities. We saw plenty of close chances, just neither team was able to find that goal. So that's going to do it for the first half. When we come back, 45 more minutes of semi-pro soccer. You've been watching Oregon Sports Beat. Don't go anywhere. We got plenty more after this short break during halftime. Welcome back into Jefferson High School for the second half of the Saints Academy and Rose City West UPSL soccer match. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Jimmy Clarke. Coming up this May, the OYSA Youth Soccer Championships. Boys and Girls Oregon Sportsbeat is going to bring you a broadcast of those games. It's going to be held at Tualatin Hills Rec Center on May 10th, so book your calendars for that date. We will be broadcasting those games. Here we go, second half. Kicking off momentarily, it will be Saints Academy repping those blue jerseys going from our left to our right, and it'll be Rose City West with the pink uniforms from our right to our left. Still 0-0, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think, what's going to be interesting is how they come out and attack this second half, because Rose City West wants to get a goal quickly, so they're going to try and put pressure on them. And I think the fact that the Saints did not have as much as an opportunity as I think they're going to want to say, you know what, we're in this game. Let's just keep pushing forward and let's see if we can get a goal. So I think we might see a really good second half here.
Yeah, it should be a super entertaining second half. Heads it forwards. Now, referee said out of bounds or offside and blows his whistle, and it will be offsides this time against Saints Academy.
I actually think the ball just went out.
Yeah.
I think it's actually
just a late whistle.
Yeah, I think it may be a late whistle. It might end up being a throw-in. We'll see.
Yeah, referee says throw-in. Signals throw-in. And now Rose City West throw the ball in all the way back to the keeper, Noah Engel. Here come Rose City West trying to build up the attack once again. Lays it off. Nice pressure from Saints, cuts it back. Solid ball forwards. Intercepted by the Saints once again. All the way on the far sideline this time for Lamonto. And the keeper change is in play. Jacob Reibel, the graduate from Warner Pacific University, is in goal for the Saints Academy for the second half. Seems like they got plenty of versatility, especially within keepers. Nice move. Saints once again, sloppy pass. Grabbed by Rose City, and not a super strong one, but now they got it back once again. Nice turn, and it's cleared really hard all the way into the parking lot that time. So that's going to take at least a couple minutes to get that ball back. That was a strong clearance. They got an extra ball behind that net, I believe. They should have an extra ball. There we go. Well, hopefully they didn't hit any cars driving by, right, Jimmy?
No, I don't think any cars got hit. It could have got hit like that.
You never know.
You never know, exactly.
Could have been a parked car getting hit instead of a moving one, hopefully.
Hopefully it wasn't mine.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't mine either. You never know. And it goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw for Rose City West. So Rose City West set to take this throw in a lethal spot. Inside the area, cleared out. Oh, a collision. And now Rose City West get it back once again, try to play it forward, and now the Saints have possession. Nice ball, central. Trying to escape the defensive pressure, try to play him through, and now it's a stab from Rose City's defense, and it's out of bounds. Throw into open space. Big chance here, full head of steam. Cuts it back in the middle, and it's a goal. There's the breakthrough for Saints Academy with an outstanding strike. Yeah. Just like that, there's the first goal.
You know what I really liked about it is it started from the throw-in. There's a player picks up the ball and says, you know what, I'm going to go aggressively, and then the guy makes a run, good play off, great run inside, and it was an easy ball, and it was a tap in. It was an easy finish. But I tell you what, it all started with that the player on the throw in, thinking quickly and moving the game quickly. It was awesome.
Wow, what a finish there. That time, not sure if we have a number on that one, it's TBD, but nevertheless, a clinical finish to give the Saints a 1-0 lead early in the second half. I believe it was, I want to say it was Jared Iranshad, number 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Just had another opportunity too.
Yeah, Jared Iranshad with the goal there for the Saints and to propel them to a 1-0 lead. Going central now. Big opportunity once again. Dives outside of the box, and it will be a free kick.
And as you can see, it's given them a lot of energy already, right? So now you've got that goal. It gives them a little bit of lease of life, and so you're starting to see them get more aggressive, more aggressive, more aggressive. And now they've had a few opportunities. This will be the third opportunity within a few minutes. This just, again, that's the momentum change, and you can see that they've become, halftime, obviously they said to them, hey, you got to be more aggressive. We've got to go forward more, and you're already seeing that from the Saints immediately.
Right, big opportunity for the Saints, and as you mentioned, that aggressiveness coming into play. A couple players hovering over it. Strong strike from distance, and it's in! Back-to-back goals for the Saints. That time it was Nico Lamonto with the Golasso. What a strike.
That was a great finish. I mean, it was wide open. I was confused as I looked at the defenders. I'm like, why is no one standing right in front of the keeper to block a shot? So that I think that was just badly organized defense with a well-executed shot.
Poorly orchestrated defense and beautifully organized offense is one way to describe what just happened there. As Nico Lamonto gets a goal, just an absolute blistering strike. Found the back of the net almost with ease. It looked effortless, Jimmy.
Yeah, it did. It was just, like I said, it was wide open. I didn't understand why the defenders weren't centralized and blocking from having that shot.
And on top of that, the keeper, that time, he didn't even try to dive for it. I think he was just mesmerized by the power of that shot, I think. Well, it was just a strong shot, and he was also blocked, as you mentioned.
Yeah, he was behind the wall, which made it a little difficult for him to see that.
Right. Well, now Saints Academy with a commanding 2-0 lead.
Within 3 minutes.
Within 3 minutes.
Yeah.
2 goals in 3 minutes. It's resounding work from the Saints. And now Rose City desperately needs an answer, Jimmy. If you're in Rose City's shoes, what do you got to do now?
Well, right now, the momentum right now is with the Saints. So what you're seeing already is that Rose City is kind of parking themselves and playing a little bit more defensively minded. They've got to shift that quickly, and they've got to get more aggressive and be attacking like they were earlier on and get one back quickly. If they don't get back one quickly, then the momentum will continually live with the Saints, and it will deflate them. So they've got to get back in the game quick, and they've got to get some shots, and they've got to get a goal.
I agree. Conceding 2 goals back-to-back within 3 minutes, it has to be deflating. But as you mentioned, the worst thing that can happen if you're Rose City West is conceding again. You can't give up that 3rd goal, because then it's really going to be heartbreaking and even a lot more difficult for them to get something going on the offensive end. So if they could just get one back here, maybe they'll have a lot more confidence. And it was a sliding challenge all ball, but Rose City West still have a triple team, a sea of blue near that corner, and it will be a corner, ironically enough. So a corner kick for Rose City FC, their 2nd of the game, 1st of the half. Just got to go back post here, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, they've got to get a little bit more organized, and they've got to attack the ball. They've got to hold a couple of players on the edge, so if anything drops out, they can finish it off. But yeah, this is an opportunity for them that they need to take advantage of.
2-0 to score in the 52nd minute. between Saints Academy and Rose City West. Saints Academy, the home team, Rose City West, the visitors, trying to get one back as they find themselves in a 2-0 hole. They're trailing by 2. The corner kick raises his arm. A ball central, and it's a good save there that time from Jacob Reibel. Solid work from him. So Jared Aranshad, his goal in the 48th minute, made it 1-0, and then minutes later, off of that set piece from about 15 yards out, Nico Lamonta with that outstanding strike that nobody even could stop or touch, scored in the 50th minute. So now the Saints lead 2-0. And on top of that, Rose City West, they just need to answer sooner than later, Jimmy.
Yeah, they've got to get back in the game quickly, and they can. I mean, they've just got to be organized, they've got to believe in themselves, and they've got to keep pushing forward.
All right, I mean, it's only the 53rd minute or so plenty of time left in this second half for Rose City to mount a comeback. I mean, 2 goals is retrospectively speaking, and prospectively speaking, it's not terrible. It could be worse for them. They just need to get one quickly.
No, they've got plenty of time to get back in the game. But again, now we just kind of figure out, what's their worth? How organized are they? How confident are they? And can they grind their way back into it? Because 2-0 down, I mean, quite honestly, the Saints took advantage of their momentum.
Right.
And they got 2 great goals really quickly. And so now it's put a shock into the system for Rose City because they were the better team in the first half, right?
Right.
So now we've got to find out what kind of team they are. Can they just go, all right, let's resettle ourselves. Let's just, put that strong defense in and start attacking from good defense.
Absolutely. A delay in play here as we're awaiting a substitution. Some fresh legs for Rose City. This time it's going to be number 9, John Keblish, entering the game for West. Saints with possession. Just outran that time. And now it'll be a throw for Saints. Saints with a 2-0 cushion. 56th minute. Still plenty of time for Rose City to get one back. A beautiful through ball. Looks like he was being held. Referee calls the foul. Rightfully so. And it'll be another set piece once again for Saints Academy, trying to make it 3-0, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, again, they've taken advantage of their opportunities. Again, here's another one. Can Rose City then recalibrate and make sure that they defend him properly, and then break from that, and get a counter-attack goal? That's their best hope.
Tyler Everett and Abe Fuchs are the 2 players standing over the ball in this lethal spot. Fuchs delivers it central, and it's headed wide left. Almost the 3rd goal of the evening, Jimmy. Just feet away from being the 3rd. Good idea, though.
Yeah, and it was a good run, and he got in front of his defender, and he got a flick on it. If he could have got more of a head on that, that would have been a goal. Again, it comes down to Rose City West's defense was not organized and not strong enough.
Right, that time it was Connor Duna on the reception. That time on the header, it was just wide left, but it was a pretty solid ball laced in the middle from Fuchs, who scored that goal in the 48th minute. There should be a throw here for the Saints as they still lead 2-0, 56th minute. 34 minutes left to play in the second half of UPSL action. 2025 season is officially underway as this is the first game for both teams. And as we mentioned previously, Jimmy, both teams trying to just work on their chemistry and really get to know their teammates still.
Yeah, again, and you can see that, right?
Right.
You can see that they just got a little bit of rhythm. But I tell you, Saints have really came out this second half and said, you know what, we're going to take the ball by the horn and we're going to own this game, and they've shown that.
Right, and now it's Rose City looking for a response, trying to cut through traffic. He's got a runner. Flicks it forwards off of the heels that time of number 9, John Keblish. So Keblish unable to keep the ball that time. That could have been a big opportunity for Rose City. He was just down the line there. A throw for the Saints coming up. This time it's Kato Themavong to take it. Plays it all the way back. All the way backwards to the keeper, Noah Engel. And he clears it with ease. Ball near center field. Huge chance brewing. A beautiful through ball in this left wing now. Tried to lay it off central, but they catch a break. Trying to switch it once again are Rose City. Here comes West. Scissors, goes central, and it was a good idea. Keeper almost could have had that one, but instead Rose City traps it and didn't trap it well enough that time. Goes out of bounds. Saints Academy to throw. That time the new substitution, Keblish, just unable to get a good touch on that one, Jimmy.
Yeah. You know, that was a good opportunity for them. They just forced it at the end, but I will tell you, Saints did a really good job of getting back behind the ball and getting organized to defend it, which made it frustrating for Rose City West, not able to get it in.
Oh, a hard challenge just outside of the box. And I'm interested to see if a card will be shown, as it was a breakaway opportunity, and there is the yellow card there shown as he helps him up. It was a really hard challenge. Hopefully he's all right. That time, the injured player, it's Abe Fuchs, who scored the goal in the 48th minute, and the player that made that challenge was 15, Quincy Walker. So Quincy Walker picks up his first yellow, and it's the first yellow we've seen all night.
Yeah, well, it was, I mean, he was almost through, right? So he came across and tackled him, took him down. So it was yellow. That lucky it wasn't a red because he was going through. So he's lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. I mean, it was a goal-scoring opportunity from 25 yards out. It very well could have been a red card because he tackled him from behind as well, which is extremely dangerous. So Walker picks up the caution card, and now the Saints are trying to take advantage of this opportunity. Places a ball central. Big chance once again. Tried to shoot it, but it was a little bit strong there.
Tell you what, I mean, I get exactly what he was feeling there. I've done that before, where that ball's coming across. You're just like, oh, I'm just going to volley this right into the goal and miss it. And, you know, I could see his eyes probably getting massive as that ball was coming over. It's like, yeah, I want to crush this.
You empathize with him.
I did.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And here's a chance for redemption for the Saints once again. Cleared up in the air by Rose City. Headed forwards. Nice trap of the ball and a potential opportunity for Rose City. Flicks it back. All the way back to Heflin. Heflin with it. Weaving through traffic. Flicks it off. And now Rose City have it once again. Here come Rose City West. Pretty solid pressure from the Saints. They're really pushed up all the way. Big chance for Rose City West, and they can't keep it in bounds. Just a lot of miscues. They're not really being communicative enough.
They've lost all rhythm right now, and I think that just shows you the good job that the Saints have done is to break them down, because they've got no momentum and they're playing like they don't have the same confidence they did in the first half. So this is a moment in time where it's a gut check here for the Rose City West. They've got to go, all right, we've got to take the bull by the horns here. We've got to take over this game, and we've got to keep the ball and, you know, take control of the game. And if they don't, this is going to be a 5-0 win.
Right. Yeah, I think at this point, Rose City just have to remain composed. Don't make any absurd challenges. Don't commit any more hard fouls like that last one that Walker committed. And if they can remain somewhat disciplined, they should be able to have a fair fight in this, fair dog in this fight.
Agreed.
2-0 the score here at Jefferson High School. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack McArthur alongside Jimmy Clarke for some UPSL semi-professional soccer between the home team, Saints Academy, and the visiting Rose City West. Rose City West with those pink jerseys, Saints with the blue ones. It's a good shade of blue, good shade of pink. You know, I like the colors.
I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad.
Yeah, you know, as a broadcaster, it's nice when you like it's aesthetically pleasing to view jerseys like this, right? It's always great when you can also read the numbers on the back. You know, there's been times where it's like, you know, dark green jerseys with black lettering. It's just hard to read that, you know?
I agree, actually.
Yeah, especially as a commentator. You got to, you know, and a referee, commentator, I used to ref, but you got to be able to see those numbers. Strong ball forwards headed out of pressure by Rose City. Almost a turnover. Scramble forward in the middle. Looked like a handball, and it is a handball against the Saints that time. So it's going to be a yellow card for the handball, and that time it will be against Hernandez, who picks up the caution card. So 2 yellow cards in a span of what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, and I think what's, you know, again, this is where Rose City's got to do a better job of keeping the ball, staying composure, because right there they almost gave it away with a sloppy kick, you know. They've got to keep quality passing and keep quality on the ball.
Yeah, I agree. Excuse me, rather, Tyler Everett with the yellow there, number 14 for the Saints, picks up a card. So both teams with a caution card, they got to be careful, you know. Be interested to see if there's any reds in this one, but so far it's a fairly clean match, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think I do think it's been a very clean match, quite honestly. I think that the referee's done a pretty good job of keeping it balanced as well.
Right, I agree. It'll be a throw for Rose City coming up here. Nice chest on the ball, looked like a foul, and it will be a offensive shove against Rose City. Ironically enough, that time it was actually Tyler Everett who was the one that got fouled, and he actually committed a foul just minutes ago and got a yellow card. So a set piece for the Saints as they lead 2-0 thanks to a goal in the 48th minute from Abe Fuchs and in the 50th minute from a set piece off of the free kick from Nico Lamonto. So the Saints lead 2-0. Rose City West still seeking vengeance, trying to get at least 1 goal back to get him back in this game, Jimmy. On the near sideline to Themavong. The keeper calling for it that time, Ribel. Clears it all the way up. Nice head on the ball. And Rose City West first to it. See if they can alleviate the pressure and get it out before the Saints take over once again. Fight for it central, and it will be a foul against the Saints. So another set piece for Rose City West. And they elect to go short. Playing central now, pinballing it around. Rose City West being hounded. Now they're going into the open space. Nice through ball off of the leg of a defender, and now it's juggled around and turned over rather quickly. Saints with a big opportunity. He could be through here. And now it's Rose City West. All the way back to Engel. Engel elects to go on the far sideline, headed forwards. And now Jones has it. Jones loses control, and now we're going the other way. West with possession. All the way back now, trying to build something up. Still plenty of time left in this one, 64th minute. About 25 minutes and change left in this second half. But time is not really on their side, dude. I mean, when you're trailing by 2, it's always nice to get 1 goal quick.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, like, they're 2-0 down. They've got to get that ball back.
Big opportunity, and make it 3-0. Make it a hat trick's worth of goals there.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying to you earlier. If Rose City doesn't get their act together and get organized at the back, then they're just going to keep putting pressure on them and open them up. And guess what? Here we are, 3-0. I said this could easily be a 5-0 game.
Right, and just like that, they're more than halfway there towards a 5-0 game, as you mentioned, Jimmy. Jared Ironshad scores the third goal of the evening in the 57th minute to make it 3-0 for the Saints. It was just a one-timer, left-footed strike, just buried it into that bottom left corner. He also made it look effortless. It was just too easy for him.
Yeah, I think he did a really good, I mean, he took that goal extremely well. Left leg, nice little bender into the bottom corner. And it was a great finish. I mean, you know, it was hard for the keeper to get there. Yeah, I think execution there was flawless.
Great execution, certainly a clinical finish from Ironshad to make it 3-0. So the Saints, not much to worry about right now. Just trying to hold on to this lead if you're the Saints. And if you're Rose City, you're trying to get one as soon as you can because they're down. A big opportunity here. They're down by 3 now, and it will be an offensive foul against Rose City. That time, Reese Jones hits the deck, and hopefully he's all right, but he got hounded on that one. He got hacked, as they would say. Jacob Thibault, the Warner Pacific Rad, going to take this set piece, and he just lays it off for the goal kick. And now the Saints, I mean, at this point, Jimmy, with about 23 minutes left, if you're the Saints, you just have to hold on for dear life and just try to retain possession, right?
Yeah, well.
And not give up a goal.
If I was them, I would just keep playing my same game, and I'll keep putting the pressure on, and then get maybe another goal, another 2 goals.
Right.
That's what I would do if I was the Saints coach. I'd just say keep playing our game and keep pushing it, because what happens is once you take it away and you start playing a more conservative game, you actually open up the game for the other team to get back in. So they've just got to keep playing their game, keep focused, take the opportunities when they're there, and bury them. Right? That's really would be the mentality that I would give the team.
Yeah, it's an extremely viable. It's an extremely viable point that you make there, super valid. I definitely agree. I mean, if you're Saints, why park the bus when you just get numerous opportunity after opportunity to keep scoring? Why not just continue to pour it on and extend that cushion, right? They're already up 3-0. Why not make it 4 or 5 if they can?
Yeah, I mean, again, this comes down to strategy. You either sit back and you rest on your laurels. The challenge with that, you've got enough time, 20 minutes, for the other team to get a few goals, right? Or you just keep playing your game, play aggressively, and you maybe try and get another one. But what that does, it just takes the momentum away from Rose City.
Right.
Right? And that's really what part of the strategy is, to get we just want to deflate them. We're just going to keep putting pressure on them and keep deflating them. If you drop off and just hold the ball and play more conservatively, you give them an opportunity to get a little bit of momentum. And momentum changes everything in the game.
Right. Rips it from distance. A strong strike that time from Jones. He said, you know what? We're up 3-0. I'm up 30. I'm 31 yards out. Why not just rip it? And it was only actually 2 feet over the bar, so that was actually a lot closer than some may have thought. But Jones has got the leg for sure. But I definitely agree. I think that if you're Greg Martin and the Saints Academy players and team, why not just keep playing the soccer that you're playing? And they're playing at a super high level, exceptional stuff from them. Why not just keep pouring it on?
Keep pouring it on.
It makes no sense to park the bus. If you're getting all these opportunities, why do that when you're that would just, as you mentioned, give the other team a chance.
Yep.
And now it's Saints Academy with possession once again. Lays it off for Kaito Themavong as he turns it over. And now it's Waring with it. All the way back to Engel, the keeper. Goes central, kind of a dangerous pass, lays it off, big opportunity. Goes in the middle once again. This could be something brewing for Rose City West. Nice switch of the ball. Unable to go central, but lays it off. And here come Rose City West once again, looking for the give and go. Able to do so. Good idea. But even better read from the Saints that time. And here comes Rose City West once again. Referee blows their whistle, and it will be a a free kick, I believe. Or rather, free kick for Saints. No, they say a throw. Throw for Saints. And some more fresh legs, a substitution entering the match. Some subs coming in for both sides. A little bit of a stoppage in play for these subs, and it'll be a throw for the Saints, who have a 3-0 lead here with just about 18 minutes left or so in the 72nd minute. Here come Rose City West once again. Tried to lay it off, interjected by Everett, who's on a caution card on the yellow. Themavong plays it central. See if he can keep it. Really good pressure from Rose City West. They're really pushing their lineup. I think that's good because they're trying to score as quick as they can.
Well, they need to. I mean, this game is over unless they really push up and attack them. But I don't think the Saints are going to allow that to happen because, we already know they're coming into the game with high pressure and win the ball, win the first and second ball.
Tried to switch the field instead. It's intercepted by the Saints once again. Here come the Saints. A lethal opportunity. Oh, it's just wide right. So it'll be a goal kick for Rose City West. They catch another break.
Yeah, and you can see the confidence building in the Saints, right? Each play that goes forward, they're gaining more and more confidence in being able to put the ball in the back of the net. That's good for them. It's bad for Rose City, and they've got to figure that out. Yeah, definitely need to figure it out sooner than later, as there's only about 20 minutes and change left in this one. And the score is 3-0. It's not like it's 1-0. It's 3-0, so they definitely need to answer sooner than later. Nice interjection once again. Here come the Saints looking for a fourth. Rose City West trying to clear it, and referee said it went out of bounds. So it'll be a throw for Rose City. Here come Rose City West once again. Trying to build something up. They desperately need a goal. Trailing 3-0 on this far sideline now. Trying to switch it all the way back. Flicks it forwards. Pretty solid continuous possession. Nice ball forward. Just entering the attacking third. Now there's an open man. Oh, and he hits the deck, and the referee awards the penalty. So a penalty kick coming up for Rose City West, and a yellow card shown. I believe that was on the keeper, if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy. Or is it on? No, it's on the defender.
I think it was on. Yeah, that time it was that time the guilty party is number 8, which is Connor Duna. So Connor Duna picks up a yellow, and it will be a penalty kick. Right now, Jimmy, Rose City West just trying to carve into that 3-0 deficit. This could help them out if they're able to capitalize here.
Well, it'll give them confidence, and that's really all they need at this moment.
Aiden Heflin to take the penalty. Referee blows his whistle. Heflin. Oh, and it's saved!
He's going to make him take it again because he didn't blow the whistle for him to go to shoot it.
I think that is a really good point. It's lucky and it's a good point. It's both of those things. Because actually, that's a good point, because the referee did not blow his whistle at all. Heflin just said, you know what, I'm going to take it. And he did not wait. You always, actually, as a former ref myself, you have to wait till the referee blows his whistle and puts his arm out. So I used to ref soccer for 3 years, if y'all didn't know that. But it's funny. I ref basketball now. But nevertheless, Heflin with a second opportunity, and this time he does net it. Ironically enough, Heflin scores that time, and the keeper that time, Ribel, is very, very upset. Rightfully so, though, right?
Well, you know, he saved the first one, but again, he wasn't paying attention. The referee had his back to the actually goal. He was talking to one of the players, so he had to take it again.
Right. Well, I guess second time's a charm, right?
Yeah.
So Heflin gets a goal after the keeper saved the first one, but the first one didn't count, as you mentioned. So Aiden Heflin for Rose City West gets his team on the board. 3-1 the score here at Jefferson High School for the opening UPSL match of the season for the Oregon Division between Saints Academy and Rose City West.
So you already see right now, they've already got a little bit of juice behind them now, because they're like, all right, we've got a goal, we've now got a chance. And that is what they needed.
Right.
So Saints have got to shut them down quickly and prevent them from having confidence in it.
Absolutely, and if you're the Saints, you don't necessarily need to park the bus or anything like that. You don't need to have all your players back, right? But you just have to play on your toes more. You have to be more alert and aware, you know, because at this point, they're only up by 2. It's not a 3-0 lead anymore. Lays it off, referee says play the advantage. Tried to go through, and it's grabbed quickly into the paws of the keeper that time. It is Engel. Shielding off the opposition. And now it is Rose City West with it once again. Keblish with possession. Here comes Keblish on this near sideline trying to get something going. Oh, a hard challenge that time. Didn't really get much ball. And it's a pretty costly challenge, and it will be a foul against that time, number 4, that's Kaito Themavong, who picks up not a card, but probably just a warning from the referee.
It was a tough tackle.
That was a tough tackle. Easily could have been a yellow in my book, but instead referee elects to give him a warning. So no card for Themavong on that questionable challenge, and it will be Keblish to take it. Plays it rather quickly into the box now. Just outside of the attacking third. Goes out of bounds. A throw for Rose City West coming up. So no scoring in the first half and 4 goals scored in the second half. What a change of the tide, and just a change in the overall trajectory of this game, huh, Jimmy? In the second half, we've seen a lot of goals.
Yeah, it's been good to see. I mean, they needed to. If they obviously, we knew it was going to be a good game,
right?
And so, you know, if you're going to win, you've got to score goals. The 0 in the first, so we've got to score some in the second. And we've seen some good momentum, obviously, with the Saints. Now we've got momentum now for Rose City.
Right, here come Rose City with that momentum, trying to build off of it towards the back post. Oh, and he tried to go for the header. Referee says no foul. Looks like that time Rose City wanted a shove. Not sure if there was plenty of contact there. What'd you see, Jimmy?
Well, I saw obviously good play, good run down the wing. It was a good ball over, and as he's going for it, I think the defender just gave him a little bit of a nudge. He was running, so he's going to fall.
Right. Not a ton of contact there. Not enough to call.
Yeah. No.
I didn't see a ton of contact there either. The fans were certainly adamant about that one. We heard them say, "Oh, come on, where's the foul at?" But you know, no call. We play on. And now it's a huge chance for the Saints trying to build off of their current lead. Themavong into the box, turns it over. And now it's Rose City West on the attack. Lays it off, plenty of space for the men in pink. Try to play him through. Oh, and he gets away from the keeper. Can he do something with it? Steps over. A shot from distance, and it's just wide left that time. A good effort, but not good enough, as that time Aiden Heflin unable to capitalize on that chance, Jimmy.
Yeah, no, I think it was a wild shot. He should have probably he should have crossed it and given someone else an opportunity, but, you know, sometimes you just got to try, right?
Yeah. You never know if you never try, as they say, and that time Heflin was certainly trying on that one, but it was just wide left. I agree with you. It wasn't the best angle to shoot the ball, for sure. Now it's Rose City West.
But now they've got the goal. They've got a little bit of energy, and now they've got a little bit of momentum. So now they've got to keep trying to do that and take advantage of it. And it's the Saints' job is to break that down, get the ball, and get another goal and deflate the air ball, right?
Right. Yeah, Rose City West, they've cut into that deficit a little bit, but it's still 3-1, and there's only about 12 minutes or less in this game. It's the 78th minute, so about 11 and a half minutes left in this one. So a throw for the Saints with about 10 or 9 minutes left in this one, actually. Not a ton of time left, but Rose City West, they're going to have to get something going. They're going to have to extend off of that first goal they scored. Here come the Saints, cutting it back now, just trying to have continuous possession, hold on to the ball, and definitely are not trying to concede once again. A strong kick from Jacob Reibel into the feet of Pierras that time. Here come Rose City West, trying to get something going. Once again, it's Keblish. Keblish looking for a teammate. Lays it off. Cuts it in the middle. Can they get a shot off? They do so. Gets deflected. Another big opportunity. Here comes Rose City West in the box now. Lays it off. Trying to go central. Lofts the ball. Central! And it's just wide. Not the best clearance, though. And here comes Heflin once again. Crosses a ball in the middle. Oh, and it's just feet away from a secondary goal for Rose City West. It was a beautiful ball sent in, and it was just, what would you say, 3 feet wide left, maybe 2?
Yeah, but what was the run was
beautiful,
beautiful run, and almost really well executed. It's a good shot, just unfortunately wide. But this is what we were saying, that they've got their one goal, which was important to get it at a certain time. Now they've got some momentum. Now they're getting opportunities. They just got to keep taking advantage of it. They have to get goals.
Right. That's when it was Jaden Atkinson on the receiving end, just wide left from Atkinson's shot. A super, super big opportunity, just as you mentioned, almost perfectly executed. They just weren't able to capitalize on that one. It was close. It was close. So 3-1 the score remains. Rose City West trail by 2. Saints Academy, the home team, on top, 3-1 with 7 minutes remaining, 83rd minute. Another big chance for the Saints. They're playing it through. This could be very dangerous. And it's offsides. This one's coming back. Rose City West have possession of the ball now. Wasting no time with this free kick. Here comes another opportunity. Rose City West trying to build it up as they trail by 2 goals with just minutes remaining in this match. They're going to have to go rather quickly.
Well, this is where they've got to try and take advantage of the momentum they got, and they've got to be aggressive as they can.
Oh, try to go for the through ball. Nice ball. Big opportunity, and it's deflected, so a corner kick for Rose City West. They have to take it rather quickly, though, and it will be the second corner of the game for Rose City. Lofts the ball central, headed out. In the middle, and that time, the keeper, Jacob Reibel, he's got it. Nearing the end of this one, with just about 3-4 minutes remaining in this match. 86th minute, 3-1 the score. Saints lead Rose City West. Here come the Saints. Carving through defenders left and right is Fuchs, their early goal scorer. Almost lost possession of it. And now it's Thamavong with it. Looking to switch. He goes central. Solid pressure. Almost lost the ball. That time, Reese Jones sticks with it and finds a teammate. Lost possession of the ball. Like a shove. Not enough contact for the referee to call as Fuchs turns the ball over. And now it's Rose City West looking for, they're desperately looking for that second goal as they trail by 2 with just 5 minutes remaining. And now it's Rose City West with it again.
Yeah, they've got to take advantage of this momentum because they have it. So
Right.
they just, like you can't do that. You can't give it away.
They just have to properly utilize the momentum, but they're not really able to really work as a collective unit. You know, they're not. Their communication needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, and again, this is the first game. They may know each other, but they've not played together. That was a huge difference.
Right, and he's in, flicks it, and it's a goal. Flicks it in.
Let's go back!
And there's a goal from Rose City West to make the score 3-2, and things have became completely intriguing now. 3-2, just like that.
Just like that, and that comes from taking advantage of that goal with momentum and energy, and keep pursuing, keep going forward. So, yeah, they've made this a very good game.
With 4 minutes remaining, plenty of time left. And just like that, Rose City West, they still have life. Big opportunity for the Saints, and it's cleared out. Wow, what a goal. Plays on the near sideline. Trying to play it forwards desperately as Rose City West just trailing by 1 now. Big opportunity. And that time for that goal actually was Heflin again. So 2 goals for Heflin to make the score 3-2. What a game, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's played out exactly what I was saying. You've either got to get a goal quickly and take advantage of momentum, or you've got to shut them down, which is, but Saints now, what they've got to do is they've just got to put pressure on and get a goal.
Right.
And then just burst the ball.
The Saints are looking for the dagger as the score is 3-2 now thanks to Aiden Heflin's penalty kick and the goal he just scored a minute ago in the 85th minute. So it's a 1-goal game, and the Saints are set to take this corner. It will be their 3rd of the evening, first of the half. Just about 3 minutes left in this game. To discretion of the referee, it's really it's his choice whether or not we have ET, extra time or not. Laces the ball inside, and it's headed up in the air, way up there. You call that a double header. And now it's kicked forwards. But yeah, if you're Rose City FC, just push all your players up. You're running out of time here. An outstanding clearance. Oh, it looks like he's way off sides though, however. And it's caught by the keeper with ease. That time Rybel puts his gloves on that one and corrals it. Telling his squad to get up as he drop kicks this one well past the 40-yard line. I'd like to see him kick a field goal. That guy's got a leg. And that time it is Engel scoops it up.
They've just got to put the pressure on right now. You've got a couple of minutes left. You've got to push, push, push.
A powerful clearance. Yeah, why not just push it all the way up?
You got nothing to lose. You might as well put as many people forward for Rose City as you possibly can to get the goal.
And now the Saints looking for a dagger, places it from distance. Oh, and it's a goal. A sensational strike into the heart of the Rose City West defense. That is the dagger. if I've ever seen one. Right there, Abe Fuchs, second goal evening, he just delivered the dagger. This thing's over.
Yeah, that's why I said burst the ball, right? Burst their bubble, because they had momentum. Rose City was finding their way through this, and that's what they needed to do, is just burst the bubble, man. They had to find the opportunity. Keeper was so far out. I don't know what he was thinking at that moment.
I don't know what he was thinking either.
Yeah, and so it was an easy. He just opened it up. It was a no-brainer. It's like, oh, keeper's out. I've got space. Let's try it.
So Abe Fuchs with a sensational strike in the 88th minute to make it 4-2. Plenty of scoring we've seen here tonight. It's been easily one of the most exhilarating soccer games I've ever called in my life. Super exciting stuff. Well, now the fans watching really get to see a taste of what UPSL is like. You know, this league, it's really, they got plenty of talent. 4-2 the score. Rose City West looking for something as there's only a few minutes remaining. They're running out of time. Goes out of bounds, and there is the final whistle from the referee. And just like that, it's over. One word to describe how Rose City West are feeling: deprivated. Maybe another one is just heartbroken. They gotta be pretty happy about having that comeback, mounting that. But at the end of the day, they were happy at first. Now it's just pure heartbreak. After they lost 4-2, they had an opportunity and they weren't able to capitalize. But it was great stuff from both teams. And final score 4-2. Saints Academy, they get the win. Your thoughts?
Yeah, what I was going to say is that it was great performance for both teams. They did get some momentum. You know, quite frankly, Rose City should have put a couple away in the first half.
Absolutely.
They didn't. But what you saw there was, you actually saw, I think Rose City did really well to try and work their way back into the game. But I do think on the day, second half, Saints were just a better team, more organized, more structured, and really took advantage of the shots and you know, opportunities around the box. So I say kudos to them.
Yeah, without a doubt. I definitely agree. So to recap the scoring for you guys, it was Abe Fuchs' goal for the Saints in the 48th minute, and then in the 50th minute, minutes later off of that set piece, Nico Lamonto made the score 2-0 for the Saints. And then after that, it was another goal, 57th minute, from Jared Iranshad, who made it 3-0. And then after that, for Rose City West, because of a PK, Aiden Heflin made it 3-1. And then after that, it was 3-2 because Heflin scored in the 85th minute. And then that was that made the score 3-2. And then that was followed by Abe Fuchs scoring again with that shot from about 30 yards out or so. He just flicked it over the keeper's head and scored with ease. So that made it 4-2. So what a game. And it was just resounding stuff from both squads. But at the end of the day, Saints Academy, they showed why they got this stuff. They really played collectively, and they did not let up at all.
No. And it just goes to show discipline and good structure and good coaching makes a difference to the team.
Absolutely. So we're going to be doing an interview momentarily here, but first game of the UPSL season starts off on the right foot for Saints Academy, the home team, as they get a 4-0 victory over Rose City West. So they're 1-0, and now Rose City West 0-1. But it's really early in the season, as I mentioned, first game for both teams. Both teams are really just trying to work on their team chemistry and really get to know each other and play as a collective unit.
Yeah, I think both teams obviously did know each other very well going into this, right?
Absolutely,
you could see that, but in the second half, you saw a little bit better momentum from each of them. So I think at the end of the day, yeah, better team won.
All right, so we are joined by Abe Fuchs and Nico Lamonto. So how are you guys feeling after a victory like this? You know, you guys really had to just draw this one out. It came down to the wire near the end.
Yeah, just great teamwork, working hard, and just got the job finished. You know, they had the 2 goals at the end. You know, it was they had the momentum and stuff. You know, but you know, we just finished it out and worked hard.
Yeah, you know, definitely closer than it probably should have been, but thank God for this guy and an insane goal, worldy.
Something like me who's a little out of shape.
Nah,
Get
Getting there.
You found yourself, the first half, it was a pretty equal game, right? And I think actually Rose City West had a little bit more of the play. So what was the conversation at half-time? Because you played much different in the second half than you did in the first.
Yeah, just the pressing. We were, getting lost. They were, building out real clean, and they had a lot of time on the ball. And then the coach was like, "Hey, we got to press as a team. We got to go up," And I think that's what got us those 4 goals. Is just the high intensity and the pressing.
Yeah, yeah. You seem to have got the ball quite a bit off of them, and then you got a couple of good goals.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main thing is we fixed our first touch. Like, our first touch in the first half was terrible. Came out kind of nervous. It's the first game UPSL, especially for the whole organization. So I think we kind of played our game in the second half, showed what we can really do.
So you're up 3-0.
Right.
They get the penalty.
Yeah.
Right. So what happened? What went through you guys' mind? Because that's where the momentum shifted from you guys back to them, right?
Sure.
They got energy. So what was your mindset to say, all right, we got to keep going?
And then it was 3-2. Yeah, it was really close. Yeah.
Yep. Just gotta get it done. Gotta freaking win this game, and I think that's what everyone thought. We just kept going, and soon their momentum, shifted back to us, and then we got that goal at the end, and just had to finish it. Had to win.
Yeah, I don't think there was any doubt. I mean, I think we knew what we had to do. It's unfortunate they made him retake the penalty as well. But I think we were confident that we were gonna do what we had to do.
Right. I mean, so you guys scored 4 goals. Can you just talk about what was flowing offensively for you guys? As you mentioned, you really flipped a switch in that second half. No goals for either side in the first half, and then 4 out of nowhere in the second half. Just what was working for you guys offensively?
Well, I think we became more dynamic. We were moving like. Strikers were going winger were going strikers. We were just kind of all over the place. We were connecting the ball better, just moving it quicker in general, and just being kind of calm on the attack. I think that's really the big thing.
Yeah, just the mentality that we had and the hard work in the second half. We didn't have that in the first half, and just that pressing, that action, that last gear that we had really helped us.
So that goal at the end there.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah. How did you feel? I mean, the keeper was so far off. I was like, God, that keeper's so far. He's so far out.
Yeah.
You saw it. So
yeah,
walk us through it.
I noticed in the first half. I was like, man, he's playing real high. And then I saw the ball. I think it was a header like back to me. I had open space. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna hit it.
Just gonna rip it.
And then hit the back of the net, and we're off celebrating. So it was a great feeling.
Good ending.
All right, one last question. So what can you guys just talk about, like, the defensive pressure that you guys, that was put on all of you guys? Because, at the end of the day, like, it was 3-2. In the last 5 minutes of the game, it came down to the wire there. Like, just talk about the defensive pressure that Rose City put on you guys.
Yeah. I mean, they had the momentum. It was real close, but just that last gear, that last final shift really just helped us,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in for it, so I can't tell you much. But it looked like they were able to persevere, move through it, do what they had to do. But yeah.
Good stuff, guys.
All right, well, good stuff, guys. Thank you for joining us.
All right,
Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
Congrats on the
thank
win.
you.
Yeah, thank you, guys. All right, well, we were just joined there by 3 of Saints Academy's players, as the 3 players were number 23. We got Abe Fuchs, and then we got number 3, Nico Lamonto, and then I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, 16, which is Brian Sybil. So thank you to Brian and Abe, and on top of that, got to give credit to Nico Lamonto there. As you mentioned, he wasn't in for that final goal, but what a performance from Saints Academy. Any final thoughts, Jimmy?
I think that overall it was a well-performed and well-executed game from the Saints, and I think that that's the reason why they won. I think the first half, I think Rose City West had more possession, more play, but I think through perseverance and good, like I said, organization and coaching, they were able to do what they've been trained to do and win the game. Right, well, that's going to do it for us here at Jefferson High School. Final score, 4-2, Saints Academy defeats Rose City West. I've been Jack McArthur alongside Jimmy Clarke. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a great night.